Welcome to the highly anticipated 2020 real estate market report. Now we want to start by wishing everybody a happy new year.
Yes, happy new year to everyone. Zane may have set us up a little bit by saying highly anticipated. What we're gonna do is give you all of the statistics first, and then we're gonna dive deep into what all of that means and how it made the real estate market perform the way that it did.
Yeah, so bear with us a little bit. 2020 was a challenging year in so many ways, but the real estate market really performed well. And we want to get into the statistics and then we'll follow that up with more insight. The total number of homes sold in 2020 was up 7%.
Which is an increase of 157 homes over 2019.
That brought the total homes sold in 2020 to 2,410 homes.
When 2019 there were 2,253, and in 2018 there was 2,193.
Total sales volume in Las Cruces also increased.
What the total sales volume is, it's all of the homes that were sold in 2020, the price that they sold for, all added together to equal $567 million.
That's up almost 22% from 2019.
Which is $102 million.
Much of the increase in sales volume is attributed to the average sales price. We saw average sales price in Las Cruces increase 14.2% year over year.
And that average sales price is $235,000, which is up almost $30,000 over 2019 when it was just under $206,000.
Las Cruces luxury homes also saw a big increase. They actually increased more than any other category in the real estate market.
The luxury market is up 67%, which amounts to 195 homes that sold. And again, we define luxuries as homes that sold for over $400,000. That's 78 more homes than 2019 when there were 117 luxury homes that sold.
The most expensive home sold in Hatch for $2.6 million. And in Las Cruces, the most expensive home sold for $1.35. I think the home in Hatch also had the biggest price decrease that maybe we've ever seen.
Yeah, from almost $5 million and ended up selling for 2.6. It also comes with almost 500 acres, so I'm sure it's a pretty great property.
Thanks for hanging in there with us. We know some of those statistics can get a little bit boring, but we really want to spend a little bit of time breaking down what really happened in the market now. The elephant in the room, of course, is what happened with COVID-19. We certainly can't ignore that. March brought on COVID, and we had no idea how it was going to affect real estate. I think few of us really thought that real estate would actually increase and it would actually drive more people into a home. So what did the COVID-19 bring to real estate? Well, it brought people back to home. Home became more important. Room for you to work became more important. Room for you to homeschool your children became more important. Home as a whole became more important in 2020. And that helped push demand that we saw. We saw the increase in number of homes sold. And some of that we can attribute to, hey, I don't want to live in my apartment anymore. It's time to buy a house. We also saw people moving here from other places in the country, no longer tied to physical locations. When you can work anywhere, why not come to sunny Las Cruces? Why not come to better cost of living than maybe where you were previously? So a lot of those COVID drivers drove more demand. And real estate in the most simplistic form is all about supply and demand. So we saw an increase in demand. We saw a decrease in supply. A normal Las Cruces market probably has 1,300 to 1,600 homes on it. When real estate was slower, that number ballooned up over 2,000. In 2019, we all looked at each other and said there was not enough homes for our buyers to purchase on the market. And 2019 numbers hovered around 750 at any given time. But 2020 came in and decreased it even further. Last year, we saw roughly 300 homes on the market at any given time. The combination of increased demand and decrease in supply could cause only one thing, and that was for prices to increase, which we saw with the average sales price numbers that we went over before.
Another factor that attributed to the very high demand and low supply was the low interest rates. So we started 2020 at around 3.72 on a 30-year fixed, and we ended 2020 at 2.66. So that really increased the consumer's buying power. The same $900 mortgage that would have bought you a $200,000 house at a 3.7% interest rate, now at the lower 2.66 interest rate, buys that person a $230,000 house. So the increase of $30,000 in the average sales price and the increase in the consumer's buying power of 30 grand is allowing buyers to still buy the same type of home and not pricing them out of the market. On a side note, if you haven't already looked into refinancing your home, now is a really good time to take advantage of these very low interest rates. We had buyers that purchased homes at the end of 2018 or the beginning of 2019, which isn't all that long ago, and refied their homes and were able to save hundreds of dollars on their monthly mortgage payments. So definitely try and take advantage of that now.
In conclusion, the 2020 real estate market was very strong. If you were a homeowner in Las Cruces, you saw your values increase. If you were a home buyer, you were able to get in on historically low interest rates and increase your purchasing power. While 2020 brought a lot of heartache and a lot of difficulties for a lot of people, real estate ended the year on a strong note. 2021 looks like it's going to continue being a strong real estate market, and we're here for you every step of the way.